What's up now? I'm your host, Dash, my co-host.
Harley.
Today we're going to talk about UFC228. So what do you think about this card?
It was a great card. Today we got some unfortunate news. The co-main event, which is the fight I've been waiting for forever.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah, me too.
Got fucking canceled.
And why is that, or why was that?
Somebody's vagina hurt too much?
I guess so. I mean, yeah, that could pass.
No maxi in their pad?
Yeah, I guess they didn't bring their tampon or something.
Just in case you didn't know, who was the main event, or co-main event?
Co-main event was Nico Montano against, of course, the Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. And Nico, I guess...
Her maxi wasn't pad enough.
So she had to be admitted to hospital, and I don't know what the exact cause or the very exact details about it, but still, the fight is off, and we're now left with no flyweight title.
Or no co-main event.
Or no co-main event, which actually, that fight really made the main event really solid.
Yeah. And what did I tell you today? They should strip her from her belt because she hasn't even defended it. She hasn't really fought for a real title. She hasn't really fought in the UFC.
Yeah.
She fought on Tough, which is not really the UFC. So they should have stripped her from it and made her the next person to fight for the belt. That's what I think.
Yeah, true. I wouldn't disagree too much about that. I mean,
you've seen worse.
Yeah.
There's been worse.
Yeah.
Stripping Colby Covington from his belt just because he's injured.
Yeah,
and he can't
true.
fight in the fight with Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that was kind of ridiculous because, he was pretty good, throughout. And
Tyron Woodley's been out for a year.
I mean, you got to give it to a person that's really trying to go for it and go for the title, and fighting that many fights and having tough fights, and then eventually your body's gonna say, "Hey, you need to calm down a little bit." But for Nico, her first time, had all that time off. Come on,
it's been over a year. It's been a year. Well, December, so it's almost been a year.
Yeah, I mean, she had that much time to prepare, and being at Tough, you had those many weeks. You fight, you weigh in, and now she had time.
It's ridiculous.
You're a professional. You're supposed to be, and the weight is so.
She's not. She's a champion.
Yeah.
She's a champion. She's not a professional. She's a champion.
Well, yeah.
She should be way better than that.
Yeah, because first and really, weight is part of your job because you're not fighting at heavyweight.
Yeah.
So
weight cut is your job.
It should be part of your job, and if you don't make it, there should be some consequences. Right? So, to me, the card went down a little bit low.
A lot for me.
Yeah, true, because I was waiting for Valentina to get that belt for a long time. But either way, I wanted to see the fight, see who really is deserving of that belt. And so far, Valentina is deserving of that belt.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree. So let's start at the bottom of the card.
Okay, let's go from the bottom. We got Sanchez against Brooks.
I don't really know these guys. I'm sure you got a lot more input on these guys.
Yeah, can we click on them? Some people have the same names. It's kind of hard. Jared Brooks, Roberto Sanchez. I've seen a couple of their fights. They're both decent. I mean, right now it's 125. There's still a lot more people ahead of them, so they still have a bit of ways to go.
Got decent records.
Yeah, they both have decent records. 8-1, 13-2. It's very decent, and being in that weight class is still tough, even though the top 5 is very hard to beat. To me, I'm not really excited, only because they're not ranked up there for me to really be excited. But it's flyweight, so the more people there is, the better for that weight class.
So if you got to pick, who you picking?
Oh,
I'm going with Roberto Sanchez just because he looks more Mexican.
Yeah, I'd say Jared Brooks. I liked when.
So we disagree.
Yeah, so I liked when he performed, and Roberto Sanchez, he was pretty good too. But you know me, if we have to choose against each other, I try to choose against each other just because it's a little bit more competitive, unless it's kind of obvious because we both picked Valentina. So, all right. Oh, Irene Aldana against Lucy Pudilova.
And these are still on the prelims, right?
Yeah, these are all prelims. So we got
Fight
4
Pass
fights.
prelims.
Yeah. So it should be available on Fight Pass, exclusive one. Irene Aldana, she comes from Invicta. She trains with Alexa Grasso from Team Lobo in Mexico. She's pretty good. She has good boxing skills. I think sometimes she gets kind of in a lull or hesitant at times. If she really forces her issue, I guess, forces herself onto the opponents, she's better. And Pudilova, I've only seen I think one fight of her. And
she's from the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Which is not really
it's not
MMA
really
area.
MMA or a fighting country. And Mexico, there's a lot of boxing history and
There's a lot of
MMA
street fights too.
Yeah. Fighting in general.
And drug lords fighting against each other.
Yeah, there'll be another topic. But MMA is coming up in Mexico. There's a lot of Mexican fighters that's coming up, of course. And I'm a little bit biased. And
why are you biased?
I'm biased for
because you've seen her fight.
Irene, and I follow her on Instagram. But no, I think her actual boxing skills they're good. I think it's probably one of the better stand-up strikers. She doesn't really use her feet as much in terms of kicking, and she doesn't use a lot of wrestling or submission, which I think she should use more MMA skills. I mean, she has boxing. She should use that as a platform to get people into her game to mix it up. But yeah, I choose Aldana.
And I don't really know either one of these, so I'm going to be biased here too, and I'm going to pick Aldana just because she's wearing camouflage, and Harley's a fucking redneck. and in Mexico, I can buy more beer than I can in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Aldana also.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Let's move to
I mean, hey, we got to be honest, right? I mean, people have a little bit bias. People just don't say it. I mean, I say it because it's hard not to be biased, really.
And Aldana looks a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, I like her. I mean, she's tall.
I love you, Mexico.
Man, goodness.
Mexico. Build that wall, Trump, except for the Mexican girls. Let them in.
Yeah, especially the hot ones.
Yeah.
Anyways, next fight on the... We're still on the early prelims, so it's Jim Miller. Of course, he's always fun to watch.
A10.
Actually, I didn't even know his nickname was A10. Wow. Okay, against Alex White, the Spartan. There's a lot of Spartans in UFC, and usually they do pretty well. Now, they don't win all the time, obviously, but they do pretty well. But I always like watching Jim Miller. Win or lose.
Look at his record, though.
Yeah, his record is not that good. 28.
And he's on the early prelims.
Yeah. Because
that's a big check.
He's
a big X for me.
He's a off and on type fighter. I mean, if he loses or wins, it's a fun fight. So it should be a fun fight anyways because he goes for it.
But we're picking the losers and the winners here. So.
Yeah, true. Man. I mean, it's hard because I don't really know too much of Alex White. Maybe one fight I've seen of his. Oh man, I don't know who do you choose?
I'm going with Alex White just because of the record and
Yeah.
Jim Miller, as you said, is off. He can have a good fight, a bad fight, a good fight, and I haven't seen Alex White fight, but
Yeah,
I'm just going with him just for the record and in the youth.
I mean,
younger.
Either way, you're 50-50 because Jim Miller is pretty much 50-50, you know. I mean...
I'll take 50.
You know what? I'll just go with Jim Miller because his nickname is A10 and I like the
Warhog.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Go with him. All right. Oh. Next fight, Diego. I guess his nickname this time is the Nightmare Sanchez.
This time.
Yeah. Against Craig White. Wow, another White. My goodness. His name is Thundercat. Man, I could have swore there was like 2 Thundercats in UFC. But anyways, I don't think I've seen Craig White Thundercat, but Diego Sanchez, of course, I've seen. His record is similar to Jim Miller's. Jim Miller was 28-11, Diego 29-11, so very similar. Either way, but Jim Miller's, Diego Sanchez, they're both fun to watch. So,
but I've seen Diego Sanchez fight, and he's really good.
Yeah. Oh, actually, this time it's 170 welterweight.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is one white that can't go right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
especially with the name Thundercat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His record is not super impressive. 14-8. I don't know.
But Thundercat.
Yeah.
And he's from England.
From across the pond. I don't know. Who do you have this on this one? I don't even know.
I'm going with Diego Sanchez.
Oh, man.
I'm going with Diego. No.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's hard. You know what? You went with White last time. I'll go White this time.
When you go White, you always go wrong. You're always wrong.
All right, next fight. This is on the FX, I guess, prelims.
Prelims, huh?
Yeah, the regular prelims. Charles Byrd, Kid Dynamite against Darren Stewart, the dentist. Oh, they're both the Contender Series guys.
Yeah. It's going to be a good fight.
Yeah. I don't know. This is really more a toss-up for me.
Yeah,
because Charles Byrd, 9-4. Darren Stewart, 8-3. I don't know. It's really a toss-up because coming from Contender, it's a hit or miss because some people are successful, some are and they're both from the Contenders, so who knows?
I'm going with Bird because I like flipping the bird.
All right.
No, I on the Contender Series, Bird was really good.
Yeah.
Actually, they were both really good.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty tough, but I'm going with Bird.
Man, I don't even know. All right, I'll just go with the I guess
the middle finger.
Not the usual go against each other.
Okay.
I'll go with the Darren Stewart because I have no clue. All right, next fight is Jeff Neal, Hands of Steel.
Oh,
I guess I should have said it the other way, but anyway, against Frank Camacho, the Crank. I haven't seen Neal. I think one fight. I think he's from the Contender Series as well. Frank Camacho, he's good. He's pretty tough. Typically likes to have a stand-up fight. He's
got a whole country behind him. He's got country.
Yeah.
He's got the
whole Guam. Yeah, basically.
Chamorros.
Yeah.
So he's got a whole little island in the middle of the Pacific.
Yeah, probably the whole Pacific, probably just because
probably
Guam, it's in the Pacific Islands. But I don't know. I mean, Frank Camacho has more experience in the UFC and in general, but these newcomers, it's hard to tell where they're at. Either there'll be real standouts or mediocre or just fall off. Some people that actually watch and actually go for actually end up being successful. With some of these, it's just hard to predict sometimes. Because I don't do too much research on them because it's contender series
because
and
they're
they
here
come
and then gone, here and gone.
Yeah, it's hard. Frank Camacho, he's tough.
He's tough. I'm going with Camacho.
Yeah.
That Chamorro in blood is tough.
Yeah. Man. I typically don't go against Islanders too.
Just because you are.
True. A little bit biased. Bias check. I'll start saying that bias check. Yeah, I'll go with Frank.
Yeah, we got one together, huh?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Aldana, we got.
Oh
her
yeah,
as well.
that's true.
Yeah. So next fight, still prelims. Aljamain Funk Master Sterling against Cody Stamen. The Spartan. See, another Spartan.
It's another Spartan.
Oh yeah, I did choose the other Spartan.
The movie
too.
sucked.
Spartan.
Remember the Spartans?
Oh, I don't think I can watch that one. I was thinking of 300. I was like, oh, wait,
It had nothing to do with fighting.
Oh,
it was
right.
a football movie.
right.
Actually, it was pretty good.
Oh, that's with Keanu, right?
No, Denzel Washington.
Oh.
It was actually a pretty good movie.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but anyway.
Back to fighting.
Yeah, back to fighting. I don't know. Aljamain, he's good. He is talented. He is long for the division. I mean, he's only 6'7", according to the stats.
6'7"?
Or 67, 5'7". So, but his reach is, what, 5'11"? Goodness, that's a long reach for a 5'7" guy. But
that's taller than most of you Asians.
right? Just 5'7" alone. I mean, but
he's got longer arms than you guys are standing.
Right? Yeah. The thing is, he's had a few key losses. I mean, he has the talent, but it just depends on which Aljamain comes.
Yeah.
To Showtime, and Cody, he has a real good record, 17-1.
Strong chin.
Yeah, and man, I don't know.
I'm going with Cody.
I might go with Cody as well, just because Aljamain is kind of off and on, and
he's got probably the hairdo in the whole card, though.
Yeah, he keeps it up pretty well.
Kid and play.
He keeps it up well. I mean, I give him props for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to have good hair. All right, so we got 3 on the same.
Well, let's do the
main
event. The main event for the the prelims.
Okay, all right. So we got number 6 in 115 weight class, Carla the Cookie Monster Esparza against Tatiana Suarez, and she's number 9. So number 6, number 9. So they're both up there, top 10. So who do you pick on this one?
It's tough. I think Tatiana Suarez is going to be the next champion, and I think she's going to be hard to beat for everybody just because she's so good. So
and
Cookie Monster. I mean, this is like a do or die fight for her because she just keeps she'll win 2 and then lose 1 and then win 2 and then
I mean,
and Tatiana is the up and comer, so if she loses,
and she's undefeated right now, and it's kind of hard. And the thing is, what really surprised me is her last fight against Alexa Grasso, and she really imposed her will. I think Alexa Grasso has better stand up, and like Carla, I think she has slightly better stand up than Tatiana. But Tatiana, she imposed her will. She takes people down. She has good wrestling, and her submission skills are up there. So, it's hard to go against her.
To me, this is easy. I'm going with Tatiana.
Yeah,
this is easy for me because I think she is the next person. to be the champion, and I think she'll be a long time champion.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing with Carla, I think
I think Carla's done. I think where she's at, she's probably the highest she'll be.
Yeah. And
She's on her way
especially going against top-notch strikers, I think she doesn't do as well against strikers. But Tatiana's not really a striker, but then again, her submission and wrestling is strong. And I mean, even though Carla is a wrestler, but man, her submission is... I don't know, she imposed her will, and she's bigger, so... I'd go for Tatiana as well.
I think Tatiana is going to be the next JJ. JJ.
Right. It would be hard
I think she's going to. I think she's going to be the girl that's when she maybe not the next fight or the next fight, but within 2 years she's the next champion, and she'll be there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, after this fight, I could see her fighting one more top 5 fighter and then the belt.
Yeah.
So she's potentially 3 fights away from having the strap if she wins.
Against Carolina.
Drew, your girlfriend. All right, well, she's getting up there, so we'll mention her later. All right, next fight on the main card. We got Abdul Razak Al Hassan from Ghana, and we got Nico the Hybrid Price. Both welterweights. Oh man!
But this one was the prelim or the prelim main event.
Oh, okay. So
that's why this one is where it's at, because that now the whole woman couldn't make smoke signals anymore.
I guess not. I mean, whatever the case may be, she couldn't make the fight. So now
no more smoke signals.
So. The cards have been shuffled a little bit, but
that's a good way to put it.
Abdul Razak Hassan, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Mark Diakisi from lightweight. Both similar, both big, both muscular, both athletic, both got power. Man, but Nico Price, he's good. Tough. He's on the last ones, and
he's tough.
The thing is, even though he has some striking skills, it's not really his super forte. He is tough, and he can submit people. And sometimes there's a few fights he surprised me. I'm like, oh wow, I didn't expect him to win. And man, welterweight, man, they have so many killers, man.
It's crazy.
And this one,
one's hard to pick.
Yeah.
Because
they both have good records. I mean, Nico has more fights, 12-1, but Al Hassan is 9-1. So they're pretty much up there.
You know what I do when I have to flip a coin?
Yeah,
I always pick United States.
Okay. Yeah, he's over there in Florida. Man.
So guess who I'm going with?
Yeah. Go Nico Price.
It's not Ghana.
Man.
It's not Ghana.
You know what? I'll just pick Ghana because he's rocking the yellow right now, and yellow's part of my colors.
What are you, a little bit yellow?
Yeah, of course. No, actually, I'm like yellow beige, yellow tan. And we got on the next fight on the main card still, so the rest will be all main card, so I'm not gonna mention that again. We got number 5 Jimmy El Terrar Rivera against John the Magician Dodson. He's number 7, number 5. They're both in fighting in,
which is crazy that John Dodson's number 7. That's crazy.
Yeah.
John Dodson is unbelievable fighter.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he came up from flyweight.
Well, it don't matter. He fights better. He fights better where he's at now than
true. Because he doesn't really have to cut weight, and plus, his main kryptonite really was Demetrius Johnson, really, because he beat everybody else, and he pretty much beat everybody else in 135 weight class as well. They're both hard hitters, man.
I can't go against John Dodson. Can't.
Yeah, he's part Filipino, so I can't really go against the Filipino either. So I think we're both choosing the same guy here.
And this is going to be a good fight.
Yeah, and I actually like John Dodson as a fighter as opposed to DJ. but I like DJ's personality.
Yeah.
But
you know what I liked about DJ when he lost? He was like, "Hey, it wasn't my night." He didn't make excuses. He's like, "Hey, he was a better fighter."
yeah,
That's a real champion right there. Even though he's not the champion, that's a real champion.
I mean, he's fought enough. He's won the belt or defended the belt enough times.
He's a real champion. And when John Dodson gets it back, because he'll go back down to get the belt, and
ooh, man, if he goes down and fights either TJ, that would be a good rematch.
That would.
Because Dodson knocked him out at 135.
That would be good.
Ooh.
That would be good.
Hey, future. Who knows?
We called it here.
First. Anyways, next fight, 145 weight class. Number 15. Wow, he got up there already. Zabit Magomed Sharipov.
Before we talk about the fights, can we talk about the weigh-ins?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. I'll mention his name. Brandon Killer B. Davis. All right. Weigh-ins. Go ahead.
Yeah, I made it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, to me, when you mentioned it to me, I'm like, what? How can that be? It was like maybe digital scale kind of messed up. I don't know. But I watched it, and it was the actual weight scale, and he weighed at 147.
No, that's Zabit.
Yeah, right. Zabit weighed in at 147, and then he got off, and
yeah, what happened was Zabit got on the scale. He weighed in at 147. It's not a championship fight, so you don't have to weigh in at 145. You got
146. 146.
You got a pound difference. He weighed in 3 times, Zabit. After he weighed in at 147 pounds, he took his pants off, and his shorts laid less than a cup of water. Had to have been.
Yeah, supposedly it was what, 0.4 maybe.
Yeah, he took his uniform off. They put the towel up.
Yeah,
146.5. He's still not at 146.
Yeah, right.
He steps off the scale, steps back in. Oh no. Then another judge comes up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 146, 146, 140. Look, you're wrong. 140.
Right. I think he was mentioning like the angle you were looking at or something like that.
Saw it, yeah.
And I'm thinking, this is a UFC 228, a main card fight. I mean, you can't just let a newbie do the scale. I mean, let him do the prelims. That's fine. But that's a big card.
I'm thinking the mafia called in.
Who knows? Maybe the Russian mafia will be like, hey, what you doing?
Hey.
He's
Zabit have to weigh in good.
Yeah. 146.
I call Donald Trump. It's okay.
Right?
Donald Trump make war, but not for Russia.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of Russians, especially coming up right now, but
I don't care because I want to see this fight.
Right. I mean,
it's not a title fight.
I would have rather had Yair.
Oh yes,
Rodriguez fight, but either way, I still want to see Zabit because
Russia.
Yeah. Because when he first came on the scene and I did research on him, and I was thinking, man, this dude is good. He actually uses his taekwondo skills, and
he's from Dagestan too, isn't he?
Yeah, good grappling,
he's from the same place that
Habib, and basically all those killers from Dagestan.
But he's more of a striker than Habib.
Yeah, and Habib is more of a wrestler. Zabit is a taekwondo / submission because. He's actually submitted I think almost all of them in the UFC.
Where in Zabit comes from a famous gym in the United States, right? Because they're saying that he's submitting everybody that he's fighting with. Which gym was that?
Oh, he's fighting from the Northeast. He's with.
I don't remember.
He's with.
what the hell's his name? I don't remember, but
he's up. I think he's up there with Barbosa, Eddie Alvarez, Frankie, all those guys.
And he's fucking
the Jersey boys.
Yeah, and he's just killing it.
Yeah, and they were saying this dude is amazing. Yeah. And from what I've seen and researched, I think he's legit good. I mean, of course he hasn't fought top 10 guys yet. I mean, people have to climb up the ranks. And Yair was going to be the one. But, hey, to me...
Wouldn't that be awesome to see Zabit versus Khabib in the future? Like, if he went up.
Dagestan guys.
Man, wouldn't that be so...
That'd be good. The thing is, there's actually a lot of Dagestan fighters.
If that happened right now, who would you pick?
At 155?
Yeah.
Woo. I'll pick Zabit just because he's more versatile.
Yes.
He's more versatile.
Because
he's long and man.
Because for me, with Khabib, I think his worst fight is with Conor. Because Conor's so good at stand-up.
Yeah,
and if Zabit gets him down, Conor's done.
Yeah.
But Conor's hard to get down.
Yeah, and the thing is... Conor is not exactly in the pocket fighter. He makes his fights good because he fights in range. Because he typically has more range than most people, and he uses that range. He usually gets people at the end of his punch, not at the beginning. Which he got Mendes, he got everybody. He got
how about Jose Aldo? 13 seconds.
That was crazy. And the thing is, he was going backwards.
And they both got smacked at the same time. It was like a Rocky fight.
Yeah, true.
Except one stayed up.
Yeah. And to me, that was crazy.
Oh, that was a good fight.
And the thing is, it was timing. He timed his just enough where it impacted the other guy before Aldo's punch got to him. And that was crazy. But... yeah, I would pick Zabit too in that fight.
Zabit's the next big thing, though.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's a lot of fighters that I'm looking out for, and so far so good. Those people are coming up, and they just need to get tested, obviously. So we'll see in the future.
So I want to introduce the next fight.
Okay, great.
The next fight is my next ex-wife, Carolina Kowalkiewicz or Mrs. Harley.
Right. Ex Mrs. Harley.
Ex Mrs. Harley.
All right.
And you can say you're...
Yes, and against number 2, Jessica Andrade. Bate Estaca?
Yeah, let's...
oh, man.
Have you seen her haircut?
Yeah.
What's that haircut do for you?
I don't know. She kind of looks like Charles Oliveira, but...
She looks like her dick got bigger than mine.
Who knows? I don't know, but she goes...
She's got some...
She goes that way. She goes the girl way, so... I don't know. I mean... in terms of her looks, I think she looked better with long hair and at that weight class, but that haircut, I don't know, just this makes her look like a boy or a guy.
This one's just really bad. Really bad. Makes her look like she's, what's up, bro?
Yeah, right. Because when she had long hair and went down to 115, she actually looked pretty decent compared to 135.
Not that we're looking at them on their looks.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fight. But, of course, when you look at fighters, what do you see? Their looks, obviously. But
and their butt.
Yeah. So, in terms of the actual fight... man, it's hard to call.
Yeah, this one's tough.
I mean, of course, Carolina has the better record, 12-2.
She's got a better leg kick, karate.
Yeah, she's a good kickboxer. I mean, she's of course a
Muay Thai fighter.
You know, those European fighters, kickboxers.
But the problem is, we haven't really seen her take a punch like Mr. Andrade can do.
Oh, yeah, and Jessica Andrade, she hits hard.
Is it Jessica or Jessie?
Or
I'm not sure.
Or Justin Andrade.
Justin Andrade. I like Jessie though.
Jessie, okay, yeah, that fits.
Mr. Andrade.
Yeah. Man, she hits hard and she's tough, and she has wrestling skills, which. She could take Catalina down and maybe impose her will, use her judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills, maybe.
Big, thick, veiny dick she's got.
Yeah, and start poking her in the butt. I don't know. I mean, Catalina might just tap out. I don't know. But Carolina does have kickboxing skills, and for her to win, I think she needs to stay in range, use her kickboxing skills, kicks, front kicks,
stay away from the ground game.
Right, and
so who you got?
Man, I know you're gonna pick Carolina, so I'll pick Jessica and Josh.
I think Carolina's gonna. It all depends on them punches, though.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Jessica hits hard, but
Carolina she's has a lot of weight, though.
Yeah, and Carolina haven't been tested.
She hasn't been hit
like that hard, so who knows how she'll react, right?
And and the thing about this is the winner of this fight is probably going to fight for the belt next.
Yeah, which I think they both deserve one fight ago.
I really think I want to go with my next ex-girlfriend, but I really think Mr. Andrade is going to win this.
Right.
I really do. It's kind of hard to go against him. So I'm probably going to go with Mr. Andrade too.
Okay, all right. Wow, all right. We got another one. I think that's 5 now.
Yeah.
And we got the main fight. Of course, the champion, Tyron Woodley, the chosen one, against the
who chose him if he's the chosen one? Is he god? Or UFC? Or who's the one that chose the one? I always wondered that. It wasn't me.
I don't know. Maybe he chose himself to be the one.
Oh, so yeah, that's good. That's good.
I don't know, but anyway, number 2, Darren Till, the gorilla, which actually he looks more like not necessarily a gorilla, but dude is a big dude for
he's a beast
for a 170. It doesn't look like he should be a 170. He could even pass for 185 or 205.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy. But there's when they stand face to face, it's not much difference in height.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen one angle, but there's another angle where Tyron looked really small, but there's the weigh-in angle that we just watched. Tyron didn't look that much shorter. So, and the thing is, with clothes on, Tyron looks small, but when he takes his clothes off, dude is huge. He was like super stacked. He's like a superhero.
He's a big boy.
Yeah,
He's got those genes that he could eat a whole pizza and look the same. You know,
right? And then work out next day and be like Superman.
Yeah.
So who do you have?
Well, this was really tough for me because we haven't really seen the real Tyron Woodley because he goes against the weakness of the other guy. Yeah. But the problem with this is Darren Till doesn't. We haven't seen his weakness. We don't know what his weakness is. He's a striker. He'll beat your ass in jiu-jitsu. He really doesn't have a weakness right now. So
yeah, and the thing is, he's more like a bully. He'll impose his will, and he's a big dude.
He's a Justin Gaethje guy that can fight either way on the ground or on
and
Justin Gaethje, where they keep charging and charging and charging. If I got $100 on this fight, I'm scared, but I'm going with Darren Till.
Yeah, I mean it's hard as well because
we haven't really seen the real champion of Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the champion, we've seen Tyron Woodley before champion, and he's fast, he's explosive, and if he fights like that, he could catch Darren Till.
If his last fight was Robbie Lawler, I don't think I could go against him.
Right.
Since his last 3 fights weren't really that good.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think he's more of playing safe and being the champion, which, it's reasonable, but to me, I prefer people who actually fights because it's a fight. It's not. You're not playing chess or checkers or Monopoly. It's a fight. You're there to beat people up, essentially. So to me, I mean, I'm a little bit biased because lately I haven't really been. His stock for me was going down for Tyron Woodley, and I've been favoring Till just because I want to see him be a champion and defend it and fight anybody. Like he said, if he used to fight, Francis Ngannou, if he can go in that weight class, then all right, he'll fight him.
That's a real champion right there.
To me, that's more of an actual fighter who's willing to fight, and whether it's for the belt or money or both, you're there to fight because this is fighting, ultimate fighting, right? I mean, that's what the main thing is, right? And MMA in general. I mean, martial arts, you're fighting. I mean, whether you're defending or offense, you're fighting, and you're there to fight. I mean, to me, I don't like people who kind of avoids the fight, who tries to win but avoids the fight.
Nico Montano.
Montano. Yeah, I mean, she's a fighter but avoided the fight, I guess. I don't know what happened, but anyway.
Shit pisses me off.
Yeah, so to me, my vote also goes to Till. So this is probably the most.
So let's
the most.
Do you think it's going to be a knockout or?
Ah, man.
I'll call it first. I think it's going to go to a decision because Tyron Woodley is a smart fighter.
Yeah.
And I think he won't
take many chances like that.
Yeah. And I think Darren Till's going to do enough to win it. I hope it's a knockout.
Yeah, I mean,
we're all fight fans. We just want to see a knockout. And if Tyron Woodley knocked him out, I'd be happy with it too. But
yeah, I mean, to me, either way, I prefer something more substantial in terms of a win, even if it's a decision, a real win. Like, oh yeah, he won, not some split decision by 1 point thing. I mean.
Remember earlier I told you if I don't know who it is, I flip a coin. It's an American,
right?
And
this time, this is not the time. The coin was already flipped. Can only be used once.
I don't think Tyron Woodley can play Darren Till's game.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think Darren Till's got, like we were talking earlier, he grew up as an MMA fighter. He didn't grow up as a wrestler. He didn't grow up as a boxer. He didn't grow up as this. He is an MMA fighter with outstanding jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and some super duper striking skills.
And he's taking tall people as out. Fuck. I think he's got this, and I hope it don't go to a decision because I don't want to see a repeat of this fight.
Yeah, true.
I just want it to be a decisive, even if it's Tyron Woodley. If Tyron Woodley knocks him out, then I'll be like, okay, got him.
Yeah,
UFC was pushing him too much.
Yeah, yeah, that could be true. And the thing is, to me, in championship fights, I prefer if it's a decision, make it decisive. Mm-hmm. If it's close, then it's typically the champion. If it's close, that's gonna get the nod because you gotta beat the champion to be the champion. Yeah. So if it's decisive either way, then fine. But right now, I'm going for Till just because I'm a little bit biased.
I'm not biased on this one. I really am. I mean, truthfully, if Woodley won, I'd be happy because he's an American.
Yeah, true.
I really don't think he's got what it takes to.
Yeah.
I think Darren Till is the next generation fighter.
Yeah, we got all these new breeds, so hey, who knows?
And
maybe
Brian Ortega's that guy is gonna be a long. Oh my God, that guy's good.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, he could be the reigning champion for a while, or Max could keep it. I mean, Max is still kind of in the new school as well because he kind of
he's right in the middle.
Yeah, he's like he grew up the old, Hawaiian BJ Penn style, but then also he kind of grew up in UFC because he started when he was young. So
I can't wait to see that fight.
Yeah, I hope that comes to fruition because that would be a good fight.
You know what? When that fight comes out, let's live stream it.
All right, we could do a live stream that one.
Let's do that. And if you want to watch it, just join the channel and thumbs up or save it, and we'll live stream it, even if it's only one person.
Yep.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, because one person sometimes makes it because we all have schedules, we're all busy in our lives and can't really make it. And plus but if we can make time to watch one fight, hey, sometimes it's worth it.
This is our hobby, so
yeah.
It's fun. It's fun for us.
Yep.
And if you don't agree, tell us what you think's why we're stupid.
Right. Or make your own channel. Be better.
And help us. Help us.
Right.
All right.
All right. Well, that wraps up for our UFC 228. Catch us next time with more things to come.
And UFC 229.
And definitely more UFC fights and 229. So, till then, what's up now?